Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play Final Fantasy XI mit Alwyb. Und wir machen heute weiter auf der Suche nach den Erinnerungen von Lilithset und die Subquest heißt Her Memories the Faux Pas. Und dafür sprechen wir mit Abiolece. Oder wie auch immer man das ausspricht. Be this your first visit to the cathedral? All of Altana's children are welcome here. Pray excuse me, but I could not help but notice your interest in that man. His is a heart-rending tale. He seeks absolution for his callous treatment of a distraught young lady. As her name is unknown to him, he refers to her only as the red-haired maiden. Young man, nary a day passes by that you are not here, offering words of prayer. Surely such devotion shall not go unnoticed by the goddess. I sincerely wish that it were so fair, Friar. Then I might have peace in my heart once more. I shall return to aiding my prayers to those of others. To adding. May paradise open its gates to you. Okay, dann suchen wir mal Bertenon. Der ist in E4, also im anderen Ecke von Northern Sandoria. So, da steht er, Bertenon. Aren't you the adventurer from the cathedral? You wish to know more of the maiden? It appears my sad exploits have attained notoriety far and wide. Very well, I have no reason to conceal this from you. On the contrary, I welcome it that more people would know me for the contemptible wretch that I am. What? The fair maiden is your friend? Please, you must tell me where I might find her. So, not even you know her of her whereabouts? I suppose there is no help for that. Allow me to recount my tale then, as promised. It all began the day past when I went to attend a sermon at the cathedral. That was when I first caught sight of her, as she stepped through the doors, bathed in the radiant light of morn. Tried though this must sound, never before had I laid eyes upon such fairness. I still remember well the ornament that adorned her fairy tale, her fiery hair. Ach, fiery hair heißt es wahrscheinlich, weil es rot ist, okay. But above all, I remember the deep sorrow that was graven upon her face. To simply imagine the pain that racked her gentle heart sent a dagger sliding through my own. The intensity of my emotion was such that I could not help but reach out to her. Beg pardon, my lady, if I might have a moment? Have we met? Damn you, breathe. Something weighs heavily on your mind. That much is plain to see. I should be honored to share that burden, if it pleases you. 'Tis kind of you to offer, but I would not presume to prevail upon a stranger. No, I insist. If there is aught I might do to ease your pain, you need to ask. This is highly unusual for me, but since you insist... For true? You've no idea how much that means to me. To think that this vision of beauty would share with me her deepest hurts. I was above the moon with joy. That is, until she launched into her story. She claimed to be a champion of the dawn, possessed of the ability to travel to the past. Powerful enemies had come from an alternate reality, and she was battling against them to ensure the survival of our world. In the midst of the struggle, however, someone dear to her fell into the enemy hands, and to compound matters, those who once cared for her lost all memory of her existence. I consider myself worldly and well-traveled, but naught could have prepared me for the words that spilled from her lips. At some point in time, I cannot say exactly when, bemusement turned into amusement, and I decided that it all was a great big fairy tale. I found myself staring at her wide-eyed, nodding dutifully as the events, each more fantastical and ridiculous than the last, were regaled to me in intricate detail. And then the guillotine fell. I did that which cannot be undone. Hey, what's so funny? Mercy, my lady, but any more of this and my sides are like to burst. What? I don't believe this. You beg me to share my burden, and I oblige you for what? To have you rain spittle on me with your laughter? Huh? That's right, it was all a make-believe. That you derived such mirth from my tall tale made it worth the telling. I thank you for your precious time. Farewell, and uttermost take you. I must be either losing my mind or the biggest fool in the world to think it's a good idea to pour my heart out to some boorish stranger. Utter what? My lady, where are you going? In hindsight, the graveness with which she told her story ought to have been plain as day, even to this blind dolt. Whether or not there was truth to her words was immaterial. The point is, she believed the genuineness of her tale. As such, it was utterly tactless of me, cruel rather, to make light of her as I did. And what I wouldn't give for a chance to see her again and beg forgiveness. You and I scarce know one another, but might I trouble you to tell me her name? The truth is, I've not been able to sleep at night for want of this knowledge. In light of the grievous wrong I did your friend, I would not be surprised if you were to begrudge me for this favor. Yet I must ask that you take pity on me. I. The poor sod seems prepentant. Was das heißt. Lily said, a beautiful name. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Having had this opportunity to talk to you, it feels as if the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders. May the goddess bless you thrice over, kind adventurer. Und ich habe ein weiteres Tiny Memory Fragment. Okay, und dann war's das wieder für heute. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin, macht's gut.